Now, let me get this one straight. I am not a console peasant, nor am I a PC elitist. I am a PC gamer, and I have an i5 6500 and will have a GTX 1080 Ti, which I just bought from Massdrop. It was a really good deal, by the way. Anyways, I was doing a debate in my class, and it was time for me to choose a topic. Obviously, I chose PC versus consoles, and I was on the PC side. However, I signed up third, and there was only one person on consoles, so I got pushed to consoles. After getting mad, I had to do what I had to do. However, during the debate, I actually saw a whole new side to consoles. I thought that obviously the PC side will win the debate, as PCs are more superior than platform by far. However, the debate ended in a big surprise. My group had actually won the debate, as we had 11 people voting for us and only 2 people voting for PCs. I was very surprised. Anyways, these were my arguments. Think about it. You're a teenage boy trying to buy a gaming platform from the money you saved up for a few years. You're so hyped up for your new gaming platform. You want to try out PC gaming, but you know how hard that is and how tedious building a computer can be. You get scared of all the people saying those technical stuff like SATA, non-volatile memory express, simultaneous multi-threading, Molex, and turbo boost. You just want to stick to the simple stuff. You look into pre-built PCs, but you know that you're getting ripped off. Now, what do you have to do? The answer is get a console. Consoles are not better than PCs, but it says it's better than PCs on that script because it was a debate. In a lot of ways, including the compactness, the price, and the accessibility. First of all, consoles are way more compact than PCs. They take up way less space than a computer. For instance, the Fractal Design No 202, a very popular mini ITX case, takes up 10.2 liters, while the PS4 Pro takes up 4.7 liters. If you're planning on putting the computer in the living room in front of the TV or on your desk, space might be a very valuable thing. People try to conserve space as much as possible using things like 10 keyless keyboards to save space. However, using a console, you can have the full fat experience without compromising on other things like your keyboard. I know, Mark, consoles don't support keyboards natively, but you can, with a little bit of hassle and something like a Zim 4. No 202 is one of the smallest computer cases out there, with a majority of the people using micro ATX cases or mid-tower cases like the NZXT S340 or the SRM01, which takes up a whopping 38.485 liters and 20 liters of space respectively. So consoles are a lot more compact, which can be beneficial for a lot of cases, like when you're putting it on your desk or in front of your PC, TV, like I mentioned before. Also, I am fully aware that there are a lot of cases out there that are smaller than a console. However, that ties with the value part, and super small cases are normally quite expensive. Straight to our point, consoles are cheaper. I know what you're thinking, Mark. Another console peasant trying to get his argument to win. Actually, I'm not a console peasant. I'm a part of the glorious PC gaming master race, but back on topic, look at the PS4 Pro. It has a massive 4.12 teraflops of GPU horsepower, which is impressive for a console. Compare that to a PC counterpart, and you're looking at something like a GTX 1050 Ti, which has 2.1 teraflops of computing power. An 8-core Jaguar CPU can be replaced by a Pentium G4560, and you're looking at a computer that will cost you $531.92 compared to the console's $500. It doesn't even include Windows 10, and you'll have to pay another $20 for that. It also includes mail-in rebates, which will take you some time to get the money back. And the PC created with a PC part picker has these parts: a Pentium G4560, 8GB of DDR4 RAM, GTX 1050 Ti, a micro ATX motherboard, 1TB of hard drive, EVGA 430W power supply, and a SRM01 micro ATX case. I also added a Cooler Master Devastator 2 keyboard and mouse combo, as the $500 console even includes a controller. As you can see from that PC build, the PS4 Pro is a better deal than the PC, even though it is not that much expensive. Even though it is not too much of a difference. We will try another console, the longly anticipated Project Scorpio, which is now called the Xbox One X. Its price will be $499 US dollars. That is 662.48 Canadian dollars as of 11:30 p.m. June 20th, 2017. Yes, I procrastinated in this. It has an impressive 6 teraflops of GPU horsepower. To match that performance, you need something like a GTX 1070, and this is the PC built from PC Pri Picker. It has a Pentium G4560 H110 motherboard, 12GB of DDR4, 1TB of hard drive, GTX 1070, DIY PC Solo T1R, CX4850, and the Devastator 2. And the total cost? Drum rolls please! A whopping 945 Canadian dollars, which is a whole $300 more than the console when you include the $20 you need to pay for Windows 10. Now, that is a big difference. Also, I know what you're going to say, Mark. You were about to say that consoles games are more expensive than PC games? Well, let's see. Hitman, a very famous title on PC and consoles, costs $69.99 on Steam and $49.99 on EB Games. It actually costs less on consoles. Another good example is Doom. On EB Games, it is $39.99, while on Steam, it is also $39.99. However, I do agree that Steam has one of the best sales. On holidays, they sometimes discount games as much as 80%. Though not that often, you can sometimes see CS:GO for $5 and Crysis for $5. Compared to the original price of $20 and $30 respectively. While not as good as PC games, while not as good as Steam sales, console games stores like EB Games do have sales from time to time, just like how any store has sales. The point here is not that console games are more cheaper, they just aren't. But my point is, they aren't too much more expensive than PC games, and some games are even cheaper than PC counterparts. Now, the accessibility. It has been touched by a little in the introduction. Basically, it's just way easier to get a console than to build a PC. Building a PC requires a lot more attention. Sure, I'm confident that anyone can build a PC with just a little bit of effort. My first PC wasn't that hard. It only took a few hours. However, it is just not as simple as buying a console. To build a PC, you need to source the parts, look for deals in my case, because I'm a bargain hunter, put the computer together, and install Windows. On the other hand, a console just needs to be bought, updated, and played. I know there are more steps for a console than this, but it's just a lot simpler than building a PC. Sure, it's super fun to build a computer, but some people might not think that way, and some people might not want to do it. Furthermore, to get the best deals out there, people sometimes buy used, like me, and you do not want to know how tedious that is. I can say that building a used computer takes 2 to 3 times more time than to build a new computer, because of the higher chance you will have to troubleshoot. Buying used might get you a good deal, but it is harder to build than new, and is much harder than to use than a console. I get how people feel. They don't want to go through all the process and they just want to play some games. I totally get that, and consoles are the best options for these people. Now, some of you might be saying, well, how about pre-builds, or the computers you can get from Best Buy or something? Pre-built computers require no assembly, but they're the worst. If you buy something from Best Buy, it is actually the worst buy. Look at this computer I found on Best Buy. It's the Lenovo S510. It features an i5-6400, which is actually not that bad, but it only has 4GB of RAM, and even worse, it runs on Intel HD graphics, specifically the Intel HD 530. The computer comes at a price of $700 for the normal price, and $549 when discounted. It is a bad deal. Compare that to the PS4 Pro, which comes at $499 at Best Buy, and you've got yourself some difference between those two. Yes, I know, Mark. The i5-6400 is in fact faster than the Jaguar 8-core APU on the PS4 Pro. But think about the graphics. The Lenovo has an Intel HD 530, which has a gigaflop rating, not teraflop, rating of 403 gigaflops. And the PS4 Pro has a GPU of 4.12 teraflops, which basically equals to 4,120 gigaflops, which is 10 times as much. As a result, you get yourself a better performing platform for your money if you go with a PS4 Pro compared to the pre-built. Overall, consoles are way more compact, cheaper, and more accessible than PCs. Those are some reasons why consoles are more superior than PCs, says the script. It's clearly an obvious choice when you're picking PCs or consoles. It's consoles with better compactness, better for your financial account, and easier to buy, which is why consoles are a better deal than getting a less superior PC. I think that the PC master race should face the truth and accept the consoles as a relevant gaming platform. Consoles were never obsolete, and they never will be. That is, unless Microsoft and Sony screws up, which is not uncommon. So all in all, that was my defense for consoles. I'm not a console gamer, and I think that PC is way more superior. However, this was just a look at the pros for consoles if I were to come up with them. That was it for today. Thanks for watching my video. This was Technova. See you on the next video.